Hey guys, what's up? I'm Greg. I hope you guys are ready to unpack and get into some good conversations today.
And I'm Jess, and this is our podcast, Baggage Claim. Thank you for joining us.
Why can't we be friends? Why can't we be friends? Why can't we be friends? Welcome to Baggage Claim, people. I get it. That's a little bit of
weird. It's
interesting
okay.
start for us. So wherever you're at, if you're new here, welcome. If you're not, hey, this is your regular place. You know what to do. Grab your drink. If you're new, grab your drink, your favorite drink, whatever it is. And I'm going to say drink one more time before we get in and just pull up to the table. So
you bet you should get a drink first.
Get a drink. We're all about drink. Get you a drink.
Drink every time he says drink.
Get you a drink. No, we're not drinking every time I say drink. That's not the goal. So if you haven't figured out, today we're going to talk about friendship.
Yeah.
And so we decided to, why not shake it up
Just
and
throw a big old curveball.
yeah, and see what happens, because we're 23 episodes in, still doing this. They hadn't kicked us off the internet yet, which I'm pretty excited about. So we said, why not? Let's do something fun. So we have, if you listen to our other podcasts, we had the Peanut Gallery, who was just over there. We had our live audience who was just over there in the coolers.
Yeah.
Well, they've made their way from the coolers.
So they're back. We've got Tweedledee and Tweedledum here with us.
They are at the table with us. Pulled up to the table.
Also known as Thomas, our oldest son, and AJ, his best friend, our faux son.
Yeah, so AJ's kind of
our pretend son.
Yeah, he's part of the family.
Yeah, he is very much.
When he starts dating, if we don't get to meet that person, we get kind of upset.
We
really
also get
quickly.
veto power.
Yeah.
We've exercised it.
Jess is a little more picky than
I am.
AJ is, but hey,
I'm
it's
picky
all right.
for my boys.
So yeah, just so you know, bro, sorry about that. So, but we've invited them because we're talking about friends. They've been friends since high school.
Yep.
Yeah.
So high school, they're out. One's married and EMT firefighter. One flies planes for a living. Is that correct? Is that
He's actually a professional pilot.
He's a
Professional pilot.
professional
Yes.
pilot
Captain.
for private jets.
Captain AJ.
Also a bachelor.
He's also single, yes. He's also, just to throw that in there. He is not married and does not have a kid.
No.
So these guys have been friends. And so we want to talk about friendship in marriage, but we also wanted to talk about friendship in the sense of those that we surround with us. And so that's why we have these guys at the table with us tonight. And so we can talk about that, what that looks like, even for us as married couples, and then what it means for us also.
Yep.
And so you guys can jump in, speak into any of that you want to. So tonight, today, or whatever the crap it is, it's just going to be fun. And we're just going to have a good time with it.
Yeah, it's so fun because I have no notes in my handy dandy notebook, and you know how much I love that.
Yeah, Jess is freaking out right now.
bit.
So if you're listening, there's just single words written on her notebook, and she's getting anxiety and sweating as she looks at it.
Literally.
So let's jump in. There are two types of friendships, I think, that are important for our lives, that should be a part of our lives. There's one that I heard this doctor that I follow. I don't know his name, so I'm not going to say it. I can't remember it. Follow him on TikTok. But he made a statement which just really resonated with me, and I thought about it, and you and I have talked about it a lot. It said, marriages that really last, that stand the test of time, that go through conflict, that have hard times, the ones that make it are because they are friends.
Yeah.
And so friendship is a huge deal when it comes to marriage. But we also believe that friendship outside of marriage is also a really big part of actually being able to be friends inside your marriage, because those are two distinctly different areas, but also very, very important for us as couples being married. Would you agree?
Yes.
Okay. So we always say, so you guys tell us a little bit, and this is Thomas and AJ. Tell us a little bit about your friendship. What kind of okay, this is a podcast that's going on the internet, so be careful. But tell us a little bit about how you guys connected, became friends, and how that's grown over the years.
Yeah, so when me and AJ first met each other, we were working at the same restaurant, and we hated each other over a girl.
That'd be a light word, honestly.
Yeah, hate is definitely a light word for how we felt about each other. And
Over a girl.
over a girl.
How
yeah,
silly is that now?
It feels so
Very
silly
silly.
now
Very silly.
because neither of us even have anything to do with that girl anymore.
No.
And yeah, I guess just over time talking about the situation, realized that it was stupid. And
a
then
lot of cooler talks.
yeah,
Really cooled us down.
yeah,
Cool. Literally, figuratively.
yeah,
Gotcha.
literally cooled us down.
The smokehouse was hot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, you guys worked at a barbecue restaurant together.
Mm-hmm.
You met there.
Mhm.
Some girl you both liked, so you had that instant conflict.
Well, he liked her and I ended up dating her. So
Whoa.
Whoa.
Okay. Is that how it went?
I
Yeah,
just fumbled the
actually.
opportunity.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So, all right. So that passes.
Yep.
And then so you guys are like, okay, we can work through this. We can actually be friends.
right, yeah,
Enemies to lovers trope.
What?
What?
You heard me.
In the mic.
No, what did you
I
say?
can't hear unless you talk in the mic.
Enemies to lover trope.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Gotcha.
Well,
So well said, Jess. So
you
well
went
said.
from enemies to best friends.
yes,
It's a bromance.
It's a
Bromance.
It is
Yeah,
definitely a
that's the correct- that's
bromance.
the correct word.
Yeah.
It's a great. I'm still confused. Thank you. All right. So, so there's no longer a girl. You guys become friends.
Mhm.
What kind of grew that friendship or kept you guys together through this time?
It was definitely the job, just us working together, just the time we spent. Obviously, them not working out definitely helped.
Grow the relationship. Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
One ends, one begins.
Mm,
You know,
yeah.
Right.
so that was definitely a pivotal point there. But,
Gotcha.
But I mean, we're 8-9 years later, and y'all
Yes.
still just as much enjoy hanging out together.
I guess we just realized we really had a lot more in common.
You do.
Than not. I mean,
This
Now,
point,
did
you're
you
part of
discover
the
that over
family.
time? It just took you guys some time to get there for that?
I definitely would say so because
Okay.
as any like new friendship goes, there's always those awkward points where
Yeah.
you're trying to figure out, do I like this person or do I just like them because there's somebody I can hang out with for what I'm doing,
Right.
Right.
which was work for us.
Mhm.
Yeah. And in most cases, literally most friendships, especially as you're an adult, most of your friendships, think about now, like the only people I hang out with is just
People
either the
work
people I
with.
live with or the people I work with.
Yeah.
Like that's it. Like there's not a lot of interaction outside of that. So
Yeah.
a lot of times work becomes that default for friends.
Mm-hmm.
So
I mean, it's definitely interesting because we're in definitely different fields, but we've managed that over time still as well. Not a lot of common interest in some parts, but more in others. And I think that is what has helped us grow together.
interesting. That's
Mhm.
cool. So finding those common denominators even through all of that's pretty interesting. You know, there's statistically it talks about like in business, I love to read business books and it always talks about this is one of the core principles of all of that. If you want to see a successful person, look at the people who they surround themselves with. And so who we allow into our lives to be our friends has a huge impact on who we are
Mhm.
as people. Like some people push us, some people encourage us to be just better versions of who we are. And that's always a cool thing, I think, to see. Would you guys agree with that? Or have you guys seen any example of that in your relationship?
Yeah, I mean, definitely because like for me, I have a wife and a kid. And so my, I guess, work ethic towards what I wanted was different than what AJ wanted because AJ wanted to be successful before he started his wife and kid relationship. And so watching him grow to be successful has driven me to make sure that I'm always trying to be better for myself.
Okay.
And then I don't want to speak for you, but like I feel like you watching me wants you to drive to have a happy relationship like I have because
yeah.
I mean you helped me find my wife.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. I mean, definitely on the flip side, just watching Thomas and Miranda and their love grow. It's I mean, your daughter, she's my goddaughter, you know, and I love her probably not as much as you guys do. I mean, that'd be hard to compare it to a parent. It's
Yeah.
definitely a lot more, but just being able to be in your life and watch her grow up and, be successful for her as well. Because I'm put in that position to where, unfortunately anything would ever happen. That's my daughter.
Yeah.
So just that's how much I have for you guys. And that's also another driving factor.
This is interesting too, because you think of that as adults. Like as you start adulting and you get into careers, you get into those things of life, and you're like, man, who's in my life that speaks truth to me? Who's in my life that can speak love into me? And sometimes, like, we all are in those valleys, just like, I need some encouragement. And then when we screw up or we do something bad, somebody that you can call and say, I got you.
Yeah.
Like, it's all good.
Yeah.
Like those relationships are so important. We talk about those outside the marriage, but we rarely talk about it in the sense of a marriage. Like, you probably know the best parts and the worst parts about me.
Insane.
And so you see that, and that's because there's a lot of time, even for you guys, like outside relationships, friendships, and inside friendships are built on the whole idea of trust.
Yeah.
Like, you guys can trust each other that what you're saying is true. Then you can trust each other that what you're saying is true. And so it's a huge part that we we breeze over it. We just kind of like, oh, it's not that big of a deal. But it's like, no. I need you as my friend to be able to look at me and go, oh, I got you. And when they speak truth, that that's truth. There's no jealousy. There's no backside to that at all. And so,
earmuffs, young ears, but I trust this asshole in my life. And whenever we first met, I never thought that I'd be able to say that,
Yeah.
And so just over the years, the trust that we've built from just getting to know each other better and better, and then making sure that we're able to call each other on our stuff. Has definitely been helpful. And it's happened a lot of times. Like, me and him have gotten each other's faces a lot of times, but it's because we're getting called on stuff that we don't want to hear.
Yeah.
Or like when I know I've made a mistake, honestly, first person I call or text is Thomas and Miranda. Like, hey guys, I messed up. Man, what should I do next?
Yeah.
And just to be able to trust a group of people like that is.
And I was just thinking too, it's really helpful that Miranda loves you too, just like we love you.
We have a group chat, just the three of us.
Yeah.
That's pretty much the only way we all communicate with each other is that group chat. It's just little updates throughout the week.
Yeah.
I mean,
And Miranda is Thomas's wife. I don't know if we actually said that out loud, but Miranda is your wife.
Yeah. My very hot wife.
She's a beauty. Yes, she is.
So it's crazy though that we don't give that more attention than what we should in relationships, especially in friendships, of saying I trust and I am there no matter what. Because
I was just thinking, I don't mean to interrupt you, but like a long-term friendship like y'all's is kind of rare. And that you're still friends 8 or 9 years later.
Well,
like,
there's been moments where I moved out of state for over a year and was pursuing a job elsewhere, but we were able to maintain that. I mean, we look at New Year's last year. They actually surprised me. I got off of work right before New Year's night and walked to my apartment. I'm like, who's this strange man in my apartment? Hold up. And then I realized it was my best friend Thomas. I just started freaking out. I'm like, where's beers? Let's get it going.
Right. But like at our age, having friends that are like long-term solid friends is kind of rare.
Yeah. It's interesting too, because when you say that, the first word that comes to my mind is intentional.
Yeah.
Like, it would have been so easy just because you guys started as a friendship out of convenience because you're close to each other. But then over time, like, he's in Kentucky, you're here. It's very easy for you to go, we'll just let it go and not give any attention or seek out to be like, I'm going to pursue that friendship. So, I mean, you get to make that choice. We all make that choice. The same is true for in our marriages.
Yeah.
Like 1,000 times over, like, I can either choose to make her my friend and invest in that, or I can choose not to. It's a simple thing. Like, and there's going to be differences. You're not going to always agree with each other. You're not going to, like you guys said, hey, we've been in each other's faces. It's been intense, but we got through it. The same is true for marriage. Like, you're going to have times where you butt heads and it's frustrating. But at the same time, you can be like, okay,
We're going to get through it.
yeah, I love you and I trust you and I want to move forward in this.
Mhm.
And so in order to do that, I have to take those steps.
Yeah.
But I feel like that's hard to differentiate being a friend of the person you're married with and then being married.
Yeah. Romantically involved.
Yeah, because you want to talk to them like they're just your friend, but you also got to understand that, like, for me, like, hey, that's my wife.
Yeah.
Like I can't tell her to screw off or anything like I would one of my friends, because if I tell her to do that, then she's going to take it to heart because
Yeah.
she's thinking I'm saying that I don't want anything to do with her.
Right.
So trying to figure out how to communicate as marital partners versus friends is, I feel like, a really hard line
It
to
is.
try and figure out.
It is because, like, I mean, I'm the only girl in this situation today, but like, I have friends that are close to me, and I would not use ugly words at my friends. That's just not how I navigate a friendship. But that's a reflection of how I'm with you. Like, you're my best friend, and I couldn't imagine being ugly to you. And so the way I speak to you is, I mean, obviously you're my husband, so I speak to you differently, but it's a reflection of how I would speak to my close friends too. Because I don't want to say ugly things that will, hurt you or damage our relationship. So that kind of navigates how I communicate with you, if that makes
Right.
sense.
Yeah, it does. So Thomas, I want to go back to your question because I thought it was a good one. Like, are you maybe not a question, but
Yeah.
how do you navigate from in that marriage?
Mhm.
Like, okay, we're friends, but we're also husband wife.
Mhm.
What's the biggest hurdle for you in that? Do you think? I know that's kind of a deep question to just
Yeah.
throw off the
Spring
cuff.
on me.
I know. I don't know. I think probably dating would be like, not like going out and getting McDonald's or Taco Bell. Sorry, I said Taco Bell weird. I know we
Say
were
it
talking about
weird.
that earlier, but
Taco
I
Bell.
feel like there's a difference in between going and getting McDonald's or Taco Bell versus actually going out, making the time and the effort to go sit down and eat somewhere. Because like me and AJ, we'll just go get Taco Bell or McDonald's, like just go get fast food. But making sure to have the time of it's just y'all in a place where you can talk. And for some couples that might, I don't think it should be, but it might only be to where you can have those conversations in public. And
So maybe you're saying it's the intention behind it.
yeah, the intention that you put behind your marital friendship versus
Mhm.
your friendship with the person that you started dating in the beginning
Hmm.
is important. Like I'm friends with Miranda, but I am also friends with my wife,
Oh, that's a good way to
if
put
that
it.
makes sense.
It does.
Because I love my wife, but I also love Miranda. But the friendships that I have between those two people are different.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of, if you think back to when you were dating, I mean, you became friends first.
Yeah, no, we absolutely did.
Yeah. So, I mean, you and I, like, we hit it off right off the bat with
Yeah.
our silly humor or whatever it was. But to remember how that feels to be like actually friends. And that's important.
Yeah, it is. And I think I'm not saying that you should have the exact same level of friendship in your marriage that you have outside your marriage.
Right.
Like your brother Corey, he and I are friends, but we could literally sit and just like we could sit on the couch together and probably never say a word
And be just as
and just
fine.
be as happy together as we
Mhm.
could be.
Mhm.
Like we could be in the car and never really say a whole lot. But like if I'm in the car with you and we ride more than 35 minutes and I don't say something, you're gonna be like, why are you mad at me?
What's wrong?
Yeah, what did
happened?
I do? And so it's gonna like I'm not saying those are the same,
Right.
but I'm also saying that they're both very, very needed parts
Mm-hmm.
of you look at those relationships the same way. Like
Right.
you're my friend, so I wanna trust you, I wanna support you, I wanna help you in
Mhm.
everything that we do. My friends outside of marriage, I want to do the same for her. We
I
just
feel like it's important too how you choose your friends outside your marriage because, I mean, that may be a negative influence that doesn't support you in your marriage.
there are some people that there's some people I don't pursue
Mm-hmm.
because I don't want that negativity in my life.
Yeah.
Like they're just always upset. They're always mad. They're always frustrated. Something's always wrong. And I'm like, I mean, we can look at it that way, but I'm a
Mhm.
glass kind of half full guy. Like, let's see the good. Let's look at the good in the world and in people. And
His
so,
friends should be a support system. They really should.
yeah, 100%.
I mean, you have your shared interests or how you met or whatever, but that support system is important because if I've got a friend that I confide in or, I share things with that totally doesn't support you and says bad things about you, that's going to kind of change how I look at you too. It could if I let it. I
Yeah.
mean, if you've got negative influences that are, well, he doesn't do this for you. Why doesn't he do this? Or why didn't she say
Well,
this
yeah,
or
you
whatever?
allow friends in your life, like as women, the women may nag about like, oh my gosh, my husband does this, or he
Mhm.
doesn't do this, or he does this, and blah blah blah. Those things affect who
Mhm.
you are. Like,
Mhm.
like you become the environment you hang out in, and those friendships are those environments.
Yeah.
So
That kind of poses an interesting question to me. Like, does that leave a space for those kind of friends outside your marriage, or should you stay friends with those people and let it influence your marriage from the outside and not have it involved? Or should you only surround yourself with those friends that are helping you, build that marriage and build good relationships inside your marriage?
Well, I think for me personally, I'm drawn to people who are positive. So if there's somebody who's a just consistently negative influence to me, I'm going to just naturally kind of stray away from that anyway, just because I'm like Greg, I'm a glass half full, look for the best, look positive. Like that's just kind of the filter or lens I use to look at life. So if I've got somebody that's consistently just negative and all the things that I'm not a fan of, I'm not going to pursue that friendship. I'm just not.
yeah, I'm not either.
Mm.
I just don't need that. Don't want that.
Mm-mm.
So it is interesting. I mean, what are your thoughts? What do you?
Well, I feel like there has to be a line in your marriage, like how involved should the friend be in the marriage? Like,
Yeah.
I'm not coming over to Thomas's house every night. And sometimes I might be gone a little too long, and then they'll shoot me a text like, "Hey, do you hate us?" That's
Yeah.
Where you been?
That's Miranda, honestly.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
there's other times where I'm like, no, I do need to be involved, but sometimes I think people can maybe be too involved. Am I
Oh,
making
yeah.
decisions in Thomas's marriage?
Right.
No,
I
I'm
do.
not,
I agree.
and I don't need to.
I agree. People can be too involved.
Yeah.
I do agree.
So
Mhm.
it's a line, and you don't want to cross it
Mhm.
or let people start to cross it. That can hurt your marriage.
Yeah, but you have to be really self-aware about that too, like
Yeah.
of where you're at, because it can.
But then you also have people who only want their friends to decide what goes on in their marriage
Mm.
because they don't want to deal with their own problems and they would rather somebody outside deal with the issues and tell them what to do.
That's dangerous.
It is. And instead of confronting the issues, because then you end up just not happy and then you hate each other.
Yeah.
And nobody wants to hate each other in their marriage or a friendship because you're losing, at that point, you're losing a friend and a partner.
Yeah.
So equally hurt just as bad.
Lose it all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is. It's an interesting way to look at it. I guess I've never allowed anybody
I
to
haven't either.
speak
Yeah.
into mine, but I'm sure a lot of people do or have.
I
Well,
guess.
I'm sure a lot of people look at them getting marital advice as help instead of somebody speaking into it, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like they use their other married friends as therapy instead of using them to help figure out what the problem is,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
I feel like there's definitely a place to like ask your friends for advice. There's also a place where, some things should remain private.
Oh yeah.
And
Like there have been a lot of times where I text you and I'm like, hey, Miranda's doing this right now. And it's not like something like serious,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm like, and I don't know what to do. Like I'm just frustrated and I'm not going to yell or hit my wife because I'm not a piece of shit. Sorry again. But
on the flip side, though, what's funny is, welcome
Sorry,
to
Michael.
welcome to Thomas.
Why are you saying sorry to me? I'm not. Leave him out.
But on the flip side, because like the four of us sitting here at this table, we are all friends.
Yep.
I mean, you're our kid, best friend, those kinds of things. But
I've gone golfing with Greg without
Right,
Thomas.
right.
Actually, yeah, we have
Yeah.
golf.
we we spend a lot of time together, and you and Miranda are pretty much our closest friends too. And so sometimes that line gets a little bit blurred, because like you were saying, sometimes you might text AJ, oh, Miranda's this or that. Well, Miranda will text me and say, your son is blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
What do I do?
Yeah.
By asking me for advice. So like even in this situation, this friendship situation, like I could say, well, why do you think he's doing this? And like see that in a negative way, like my son's perfect. He's never going to whatever. But I'm like, oh no, yes, I know. But here's what I would suggest you do, blah, 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 blah. And she was like, she'll text me back a couple days later. Okay, that worked. Thank you. Like she seeks out advice from me.
Right.
But said like, and she and I have talked about a lot of times, like we got to make sure that we're not mindful because it's weird, but just mindful is like, we are the parents and you are the kids, but you're also our friends. So that's been interesting. We've actually talked about that quite a bit.
Well, it's just having to figure out that line is really hard, because like you're saying, we're friends and all that stuff. And we're also newer in our marriage with a 10-month-old.
Mm-hmm.
And so us communicating is still really hard.
Yeah.
Because it feels like every single time we sit down to do anything just for ourselves, Lucy starts crying, and then we have to not deal with it, but like help her figure out why she's crying. So
it makes conversations hard.
It does. And it really makes it to the point where sometimes you feel like you're just friends again until you sit down and be like, hey, what's going on?
Yeah.
Hey,
remember I love you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And obviously kids will do that to you.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. We had a few of those.
We had a few of those, but there's a season, and what Lulu's going, she's just a baby, and that's her crying is trying to communicate something. She'll figure it out.
Yep.
But right now is a pretty good time for you to remember to be best friends with Miranda, because maybe the romantic side of marriage or the lovey-dovey, or that's not always easy, but be like, hey, you and I were on the same team.
Yeah.
Like I'm in this with you because you're my best friend. I think that's helpful.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes you got to remind them I married you because I liked you first.
Yeah. I liked you.
Yeah. I always, and I've said it 100 times, I always reminded Jess that, hey, I love these kids, but these kids are leaving. Like the idea is that they leave one day. So it's me and you. And it's just a reminder of like the long game here. Like, let's think about the long game. So let's talk about like, how do we unpack this, and how do we give people something to walk away from with the idea of friendship?
Well, I
inside
think
the marriage, outside the marriage.
In marriage, like we were just saying, it's important to remember that even when things get hard, like you were my friend first. I had to develop a friendship with you before I realized, no, I actually like this guy. So just to remember, like you were intentional about building a friendship at first, or you should have been, I would say. I mean, that's a different story, but like you were my friend before I fell in love with you. So just to make sure we can remember, like we're actually friends, but sometimes the other stuff makes it more complicated.
And just know interests change.
Yeah.
Like the things you're interested in now are when you started maybe different than they are now, and that's okay too. That's kind of fun that you get to find those with them, kind of adventure. Like, because as you grow, you mature, you change, things change.
Yeah.
And so it's good to seek those out.
Yeah.
I agree. How about outside friendship? Fellas, what would you say? Give me a kind of good walk away synopsis of like, hey, well, here's a good characteristics of, or two characteristics of what a good friend should be.
Respectful of boundaries.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's a good one.
You can have a friend that pushes you into the wrong places and pushes you into the right places, and that can be hard to teeter.
Yeah.
Yeah. I agree.
'Cause we want to
Yeah.
have fun.
Yeah.
We've had some fun times.
We've had a lot of fun times, but then we've had to come back from the fun times and realize that we probably shouldn't have done what we did.
Right. But, you know,
I believe in
that comes with age and maturity.
Yes.
That comes with like what stage in life you're in right now.
Right.
But you're able to maintain those boundaries
Mhm.
you're literally growing up together still.
Yeah.
So that's a good one.
I agree. Any-
I feel like being able to trust whoever you're friends with, definitely.
Mhm.
Because you don't want to tell them something that needs to stay in between the two of you
Mm.
that they're going to go and tell somebody else.
Yeah.
You know?
Mhm.
And making sure that, like, whenever you tell them thoughts that you've had or anything like that, like, your friends need to be and especially best friends need to be accountability partners that you can keep. Whenever you do your messed up things or have your messed up thoughts, you can tell them and then they'll help you through it
Mhm.
instead of, holy shit, did you hear what so-and-so said?
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, that's
like that,
true.
it doesn't need to be that way.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and two, and I have it on my little pitiful notes, but fun in capital letters.
Yes.
That's what brings friends together, both outside the marriage friends and when you're married to your best friend.
Yeah.
Just remember to have fun and why it's fun to be together.
And if
too.
you hadn't laughed together and had fun together, then that ought to be your goal this week. When you're listening to this, your goal ought to be
Yeah.
able to, like, I'm going to go hang out with my significant other and we're going to have fun,
Mhm.
whatever that fun looks like. Like, what's crazy is all of us, the five of us, were sitting in here laughing at each other. I literally
Yeah.
was hurting.
I had
before-
tears streaming down my face.
Yeah, before we started the
and it was
podcast.
just because we're together and being ridiculous.
Yeah, just being idiots
Mhm.
together, just having
Mhm.
fun. And so, like, that's a huge part of relationships
Yeah.
is to laugh together and have some fun. And if you don't know what that is or looks like, then go discover that. Go
Mhm.
figure it out. Because it's a beautiful gift that all
Mhm.
relationships should have.
Like,
So-
fun right now for me and Miranda is sitting on the couch while we're putting Lucy to sleep and watching the Ryan Trahan doing his 50 states in 50 days.
Oh, yeah.
Shout
out.
Shout out Ryan Trahan.
Yeah. We got to watch a few of those with y'all on
Awesome.
vacation. It was fun.
Yeah, it's fun. That's what we find fun.
But see, you found that in this stage
Yeah,
of life that's,
and
you know.
this stage of life sucks for us, but
No, it doesn't.
this stage of life
It's
is
difficult.
difficult.
Yeah.
And finding something that we can sit down and enjoy together and talk about once the video is over with
Mm-hmm.
has been fun for us.
I think on another topic of fun is you have to redefine what fun is.
Oh, gosh. Yeah.
There's been nights where I just really want to hang out with Thomas. We maybe want to open a bottle of bourbon. But what do we do while we open that bottle of bourbon? I'm sitting there folding clothes with him and his wife.
You do.
Yeah.
You do help
But-
with the
but
baby
it's-
Lulu's laundry.
But
Yes.
it's mainly so him and I can go drink a little quick.
Right.
I mean, but
Right. Just to be. Yeah.
That's true.
The
That's
fun
true
before the
friendship.
fun.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you got to redefine what fun is.
You do.
Yeah.
It's different.
It
It is.
really is, and it will change,
Mhm.
and that's okay too. Like, fun for us sometimes is I just want to crash on the couch and DoorDash food. Like, I don't even want to get off the couch.
Don't want to do anything.
I want them to bring the food here, and we're gonna
if they
we're
can
gonna
bring it in the
powerhouse through a
house
series.
and serve it to you,
Yeah.
that'd be awesome.
and we just veg out and watch an entire series of a show.
Yeah.
Sometimes that's fun,
Yeah.
and sometimes it's like if I don't get out of this house, I'm gonna tear some
Lose
stuff
your
up.
mind. Yeah.
And
But
so,
then there was a part early on in our marriage, we literally redid furniture for fun.
yeah, and then you bailed on me,
I did
and your
not.
fun became my job.
I did not.
Yeah, because it was
What?
fun. Jess would post pictures and she'd be
I
like,
went back to
"Oh, you have
school.
4 tables you need to build this weekend, 2 side tables."
I did, yeah.
She started, and I was like, "Wait a minute! This is my Saturday. I don't want to build
Yeah, the
furniture."
business did continue after I went back to school to be a teacher,
Yeah.
but that was fun before
It was
that
fun.
part.
Yeah, it was. It was fun before that.
Yeah.
That was just cool, and that. So I mean, again, we talk about seasons, but those things,
Mhm.
I think, redefining that and figuring out, like, for me, if I hear there's live music somewhere at a winery, I'm gonna automatically know that's gonna be fun for Jess.
Sold.
Like, that's a good thing like
Yeah.
done. If there's live music and it's outside,
We're there.
both of us are there. We're
Yeah.
just like, okay, cool, that sounds fun.
That's rubbed off on you, Miranda.
And so it's just but knowing that in your friends and knowing what that is a huge part of that. So
Yeah.
I think a good word. Anything else to add before we wrap it up and get on out?
No, high five to us and myself for not having a heart attack about not having notes. This was what felt like a silly idea earlier or yesterday was like, actually, no, this has been really great.
Yeah, it's been fun having these guys on with
Yeah.
us.
Would you say we BS this episode?
No, I think you did a
No,
great
you
job.
did a great job, actually. Great
You very
questions,
much
great insight.
contributed. Yes.
Yeah, I mean Thomas's language. Now we got to click the button
Yeah,
down there
We have
for
to
the
beep him out.
yeah. Anyway, so thank you guys for listening. The walk away is friendships are important. Make sure you chase those. Make sure you kind of be real with yourself. Figure those out. If it's redefining fun, if it's just building those relationships and friendships. So thank you guys for joining. Thank you for liking and sharing our podcast as we continue to do these and continue to grow. Follow us on all our socials. Like, comment, share, talk trash to us, whatever it may be. We'd love to hear
I mean,
it.
I'd rather you not do that, but it's okay.
Okay, yeah, you can DM. Let's do that in the DM section, okay?
Yeah.
Not out there. So, love you guys. Thank you. You guys want to say bye?
Oh, yeah, no, it's just thanks for having us.
Yeah. Thanks so much.
Awesome. All right, see you guys later. Why can't we be friends? No, that's not it. I forgot I was ready to go. Welcome back. That's what I was gonna do. When you said that, I started singing. I was like, that's it.
Should we sing?
What are we doing first?
He was like, on the mic.
Some lessons for me, man.
Wow.
Okay.
I have to use that mic, man.
Yeah, he's like, stop.
My hair look alright?
You look great, bro. Like $1,000. Okay, here we go.
$1,000?
Just
That's
1,000.
I'm a cheap stripper, huh?
not $1 million, but you.
$24.50. That's better than $55, man. I mean, come on.
So you look like $1,000.
Hey, there's a lot I do for $20.
Think about 1,000. Oh God, I'm hurting.
It ups the stakes.
Oh, we have to turn the fan off.
Oh yeah, good.
$1,000.